Hey, hello. We're live at the Project Summit. I keep calling it Project World. Project Summit, BA World, and I'm joined by folks that need no introduction, which seems to be the theme of the most recent shows. Steve Jones, Jamie Champagne. Welcome to Analysts After Work live in Burlington, not even Boston. Burlington.
Just outside Boston, I'm learning.
Just outside of Boston, and welcome, guys. How has the conference been so far? Sorry, you're going to give me grief live now instead of in the chat. Steve, what are you drinking today?
I am with water because I finished my margarita.
Okay. And Jamie?
I am waiting for the refill. There's bubbly.
There's bubbly. Okay.
But we have fans.
And I've got a Samuel Adams
Boston
Lager. Because when in New England, you have Sam Adams.
Do we have fans?
Also, it reminds me of the Chappelle skit with Sam Jackson. Like, I'll have a Sam Adams. I'll have a Sam Jackson. You know what? I'll have a Sam Jackson too. That is a great. Chappelle show was ahead of its time. Anyways, welcome, and we're doing this as part of the BA Jam. We have our first delivery. We are live at the conference, which means there's folks milling about.
There's all these people around us here joining us
There's-
at this fabulous BA conference. It's not a BA PM conference. If these hey, Tamara's on. Hey, look at that.
Hello, Tamara.
There you are. Wave a hello.
Keep going, walk behind them.
And I'm truly powerless to stop this.
Just keep dancing, guys. See?
Makes it more fun.
The networking reception ran from 3:30 to 5. I scheduled this for 5, thinking most people would have gone home. Nope, they're still here.
BAs and PMs
so here
have
we are.
nothing better to do than hang out and talk about business analysis and project management. How
There
cool
you
are
go.
we?
There you go.
And the drink goes with it.
This,
That helps.
every time you see me stretch, it's because of comments. Welcome from Finland, Judith. Welcome.
Aloha!
I don't think they say aloha in Finland,
I don't think so.
but it's
She
fine.
always says
Aloha is.
I say aloha
is
from
usual-
Hawaii.
is-
I will send aloha to
Yeah.
all of you.
So we're live in Boston. We're live in Burlington. I would expect a lot of folks, a lot of what you just saw, where people are just in the background, unless they're distracted, and that's possible. So we've got margarita. We've got some white wine. Get that fly out of the way. These flies are following me all day. When I was speaking, I had flies in my face. I'm like,
is that metaphorically?
no, I had a literal fly
Smack
coming in
yourself.
my face.
Hey, Judith! That's what she said.
So it's following me again, damn it. So anyways, we're live in Boston,
Rachel.
and we're doing this. Hey Rachel, we're doing this, and Judith said aloha. So
Yes,
all right,
see?
I guess aloha is a universal
It's a
universal greeting.
Okay, come on. It means love. Look at the love we have for this community.
There
Look
we
at
go.
the love we are showing for this community, and we will still have, right?
And from.
Yes,
To and from.
to and from. So we're live in Boston, and we're doing this as part of the BA Jam. So for those that haven't been following along, the BA Jam was a very organic initiative from the community, started by the community, run by the community,
Celebrating IIBA 20.
celebrating business analysis,
20 years.
and
20 years.
and just
Official.
we're doing the 20 business days in the lead up to BA Day on November the 1st. Last week's guest, Zanelka Sarah, is right over there. So
Right there.
Come on down.
she's gonna run in too. There you go. So she holds now a new record, being on the show on consecutive weeks. I typically do not permit this, but anyways. So this is part of the BA Jam, and in the last show we talked about. Are you done?
No.
But the business analysis community is all about family. Okay, Ohana means family.
Ohana, I learned that from Lilo and Stitch.
Ohana means family. And this is the BA community especially. No offense to those PMs, don't tell them.
Yeah.
But the BAs are way cooler and way more fun. I mean, come on. Hello, right?
And Christine is right on here. Yeah, the real fun does start at 5.
Thanks, Christine.
So
Okay.
we're here, and this week, because I'm doing 3 of the shows. We are talking about the present today, which is sort of interesting because let's talk about today. Let's be present, which made it was interesting with doing this live. We are present physically at the conference together. So what are your thoughts on the current state of the BA profession? Steve Jones, I'll come to you first.
There's a lot of focus on product.
Yeah.
You can't get that without the analysis. You need communication, stakeholder engagement, and it's all about communication.
So the present state is product. Is that what you're saying?
Present state is product support.
Product support. Okay.
With the analysis.
You need the analysis.
Supported by analysis. Right.
I'm going to tag right onto that one because it's the analysis. That whether it's product analysis, business analysis, strategic analysis, I'm going to say right now we finally realized there's analysis.
Yes.
Yep.
And I think
Stakeholder
that's a good
analysis,
piece of it. So, that.
Yeah. Jen Bedell just terrified Danelkis. So there you go.
On our BA community here and analyzing.
Sure. Whatever. We have to fill the hour, so there's lots of people here. Now, we are live. Now, I will also as part of the present, I do want to highlight something. You'll notice there's a QR code in the top right-hand corner. On the top left-hand corner, over Steve's shoulder, is Amy Riddell's dog, Teddy, aka Bob McStuffins. But I want you to look away from the dog and look towards the QR code. The QR code is something that I am trying to do in the present, and it's something that I've done in the past, and I'm doing it for the me's and my friends of the future, which it's all tying it together, which is a team for Movember, which Can started recently, called the BA Campers. So if anyone is interested in joining the BA Campers, you can scan that code and it'll take you to my page. And from there, you can join the BA Campers. We're going to be raising money through a number of different initiatives for men's cancers, prostate cancer, and sort of relevant to me and my life. So that's why I'm doing it. I have committed to, during the month of November, grow a mustache. It is something I have not done since 2013. It's not a good look, and I acknowledge that, but I am going to commit to growing a mustache.
Soul patch going away.
The soul patch is going to go away. It's the BA Campers, not Campus. No. We're far away, and maybe the audio is not picking up very well. It is the Campers. It's an homage to Amy's. Whenever we come to these conferences, we call it going to camp. And so
that one time at band camp.
That one time at band camp when we all went to Chop's restaurant in Burlington, and we all wore T-shirts with AJ's face on it. That was last year.
Celebration of his birthday.
Jared's on.
Jared, that's not Vince. That's Jared.
No, it's
Jared is not Vince. Jared, I'm telling you, me with a mustache, not a good look. And unfortunately for me,
Rachel,
the timing. If you guys see a comment, please throw it up.
See, look at that.
So Rachel, my dad also had prostate cancer and passed away. So that's why I'm doing it again. I did it in the last time I did it was in 2013 when he was. It was the second year that he was diagnosed. So I did it in 2012, 2013. And then I had a harder time doing it after my daughters were born, and I didn't want to scratch their delicate skin with a mustache, so I didn't do it.
You mean you didn't want to be Pokey Daddy?
I didn't want to be Pokey Daddy. So Rachel, I'm with you, and I would love to have you on the team. It's not just for dudes. You can be a Mo sister. I think it's Mosista, and you
How does that work? Can
you don't
explain
grow.
that?
No,
Can
so
you explain
you
that
join.
to me?
You can do other things.
Oh, okay.
It's not just growing mustaches.
I have eyeliner I can write on.
I think we could try it on.
So I love how we're having fun.
There's lots of ways
So
to
By the way,
participate.
there's lots of
this is
ways to
exactly-
participate. You can host an event. You can fundraise. There's a number of different things that you can do. You don't have to grow a mustache. That's just how I
So I'm
choose
gonna
to
point
do it.
out 2 key points.
Yes.
Exactly here is analysis today because we're talking. Analysis is 1, it's fun. Okay, this is the old school way of being boring.
Nope.
We are fun.
Yeah.
2, it's all about value add. Doesn't matter
Yeah.
how you
Yep.
add the value. 2 fists in drinks is totally acceptable in this place. Absolutely.
Only if you're from the East Coast.
Do I have to come around?
Go Halifax, eh?
That it's
West
not
Coast,
me.
we'd have 3 in our hands,
Right.
or the water cup just in case.
Right.
So, see, we schedule. It's all about value add and having fun.
Right.
That's the summary of where we're at right now.
Beautiful.
You have fun. We have all that analysis work going on, but man, we are having a good time
Absolutely.
and we're delivering value. I think that is one thing definitely the product owners and the other pieces brought out.
Yeah.
It's not about what we do, how we do it so much as what you deliver, what you're helping enable, what you
Correct.
help move forward. And as long as we're doing that, whether it's Movember or other initiatives, that's what we do.
That's just my way of so and I will say my
doing
way
it.
of adding value is by growing a mustache because it provides entertainment value for everyone else that gets to look at that mustache and laugh.
And you get me and Denelicus fundraising now because there's no way we're writing, pencil liner on our lips every
No,
day.
no.
So see, look, it is value add.
It's all about value. So anyway, so Steve
You know what we're doing
answered
this show with, right?
what's that?
Nothing.
Okay. So Steve answered the current state of business analysis. Jamie, what are your thoughts on the current state of business analysis beyond your wonderful monologue on value and fun?
I love those pieces on there. My biggest piece: practice and profession. Your
Ooh.
skill set.
I like that.
It is. There's so much to be said for skill set. Whether
Mhm.
it's you
Agreed.
take it as a professional direction and you seek out that because it's totally recognized now. That's how cool it is. But there's the practice of it. So whether you do business analysis in your work and recognizing tasks, techniques, skill sets, perspectives, attitudes, all of that.
Mm.
To me, that's what's so cool is we have the hardest job and the coolest description because it can be it's adding value. What do you add value with? Well, it depends, right?
Mhm.
It depends.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
And it can be everywhere.
Mhm.
It's whether you have the role, title, official piece on it, which a lot of places do, which I think is cool, and a lot of places don't.
Sure.
But they're also acknowledging, do you have that skill set? Are you enabling other people to get that stuff done? Do we make the project managers look good?
And
Right.
along with that, I'll say that business analysis has definitely become more of a team sport than it
Mm.
used to be back when
Mm.
some of us started.
I will agree with that.
When
That-
you were
Yeah.
alone, doing
Yeah.
your analysis, writing your documentation, sure.
Yeah.
Documentation is not that's not our value add.
No.
It's the communication of understanding, getting everybody on the same page, and the analysis it takes to get there. Well, we can do that as a team sport.
Ooh, I like that. Team
I
sport.
mean, I almost think that's where we end the show. Thank you, everyone. Good night.
But yeah, we are a
that
team
makes
sport.
that makes total sense. All right, so we are present at Project World Boston, Project
Business
Summit,
and-
Project Summit,
Summit.
Business
Yeah.
Analysis World Boston, Boston. In not quite in Harvard Yard, but in Boston. We're not in Harvard Yard. But I'm curious. We're at the end of day one here. Jamie, what were some of the highlights? Now you had the closing keynote, but maybe that was your highlight. What were some of the highlights for you today?
To me, I'm gonna call out the whole point that Steve made about the team sport, the connection. That hey, I've seen this. Like for me, people reaching out. Hey, I saw you on LinkedIn. Can we connect? Let's have the conversation piece. that you planted a seed that started to grow. And I think that's the part, like the takeaway, like talking to people, hey, I've done this, I want to share an idea. And it's, to me, that part where you have a whole community here that you can plant seeds on this, on stuff. So thanks, Ebenezer. That to me, that's my takeaway here, is how much the connection and that, like, we have all these great starting points, but we have that community to come back here and share with. To me, I saw that day one. Everyone's already asking, but it's not just, hey, can I connect with you, Vince, on LinkedIn?
Yeah.
And like, that's it. It's like, hey, Vince, I wanted to ask you about this.
Yes.
Can I connect with you on LinkedIn and let's talk more? I think that is the coolest thing to see, because I would agree, like, again, building that team sport, that piece. Every one of us now, all of you online live, watching the recording, whichever, connect with us on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Like, continue this conversation. If we didn't answer a question now, let's answer it later. Like, it's the starting point.
Yeah. And I would much rather have that happen than the usual, what does Leslie Hughes calls them, pitch slaps, where folks like I got some, I notice you breathe. Let's connect. Like,
because I have something to sell you.
And I know the minute I hit accept that I'm going to get a pitch slap.
Did you know they can pitch without even accepting?
Yeah, I mean, yes, I did, but this seems much more sneaky and devious, because it's like I had one that was like, hey, I'm in this space and I see you're interested. Can I get some time in your calendar? So should I just decline that? Like, I don't. So I'm just. But the ones that come in from the conference, and you get those like, hey, I sat in on your session. I wanna ask questions. Like, I love those ones. Those are instant. I don't even have to think about it. Yep, I remember you. I'm not good with names, but faces I do not forget. So if I see a face on LinkedIn and I recognize you from my session, it's like, yep, don't even need to. I might look at your profile just to like.
Just update your profile picture. Just make it current. Minor subtitle.
Well, you should do that anyway. That's not about me accepting. You should have a current photo and a current.
You should, because it's a good community, right? It's an easy connection. But the
only exception to that is if you've gotten old and you want to still be young. Because my picture is from like 2012, so I look much better.
If he's old, we're ancient, Steve.
Mid-30s.
So
mine's over 10 years old.
Mid-30s Vince is much better than mid-40s Vince. All right. So Steve, how about you? What were some of your highlights today?
For me, it was Phil's opening keynote. It was fantastic.
What about it? What was it that resonated with you that you're going to think about every moment after you leave here?
Identifying your fears and find a way to get past it. It's a lot easier to get past it once you identify it. So just like anything else in business analysis, if you don't know about it, you can't address it. You might get past it through happenstance, but if you can name it, put a name to it and say, this is freaking me out, then you have something that you can get past. You can get support if you need it to get past it.
Right. Now, I mean, as Judith is asking, was it a P or a B? It's a P, pitch, like I'm going to pitch to you, because she wanted to know, and a few other people, Jared is not helping the situation, but it was a pitch with a P, and now hopefully inquiring minds are happy. Now, Steve, it hurts a little that you
didn't let me finish.
Okay, sorry.
I was going to say you cut me off.
Okay, go ahead.
See what you're doing.
Go ahead. Is the NFL draft on? You could be on the show again. Dan Simon is right here. Famously, we were just talking about this episode, and then I'm sorry, we'll come back to you. But we were just talking about Dan Simon was on episode number 3 ever of this show, and spent the hour watching the NFL draft and reporting. He was our man at the draft, reporting on the NFL draft, which I was okay with because that was the year the Dolphins got Tua. So I was thrilled.
You're another Hawaii Fairweather fan, aren't you?
I'm a Dolphin fan. I have been a
He's a
Dolphin
long-time
fan
Dolphin fan.
from the 80s.
Woo, woo.
I've lived through
You
the
actually
pain.
have been. You
I
actually
have lived
been.
through
I
the
will give you
pain.
that credit.
I saw
We have
Marino. I saw
Yeah.
Marino.
Marino was a god.
He
Get
was
beat by the
something
Patriots in
special
86.
until he broke until his Achilles exploded. But I've been a fan since the Marino era.
You actually have been. I will give him credit on
Let's
that.
not. I am not a fair weather Hawaii
Oh, yeah.
bandwagon.
Brought my Dolphins hat with me.
Did you?
Woo!
I did.
I was in New York last week and I almost bought a really cool black Jets hat.
We have to
And then I went,
I want his comment.
no,
We should have his
I can't.
comment on
I
this
can't do
conference.
that. I can't wear a Jets hat.
No, I know.
I can't do a Jets
You can't
hat.
because it's
It's same division. It hurts. Anyways, Steve, you wanted to continue with the story
I had outstanding sessions all day long.
until the afternoon.
So I always choose 2 sessions for every time block. And today I stuck with the primary session every time because it was always engaging. No matter what I had preconceived notions going in, they were exceeded every single time.
Is this your schedule here?
That's mine.
All right. So we had Margot
No, I forget.
Krukonis
Why did I go?
from chaos to collaboration, effective conflict resolution skills. That was a good one.
That was fantastic.
I was in the meeting. I missed that one. Paul Crosby, ahoy!
Always
You can't
fantastic.
go wrong with Paul.
Swashbuckling producteers.
Where's Paul?
How business analysts, product owners, and product managers work together.
The Uncover
Arr.
League and the Super Friends are
So
fantastic.
Paul Crosby, and
Killed
then
it.
I
think my favorite
some
of the day-
guy.
My favorite of the day was Mr. Vince Mirabel.
Of the
Of the
sessions.
session.
Oh, okay.
Of the sessions.
Yours was a keynote.
Slow
That's
your
different.
roll. Of the sessions. Wow. Of the sessions. Because Jamie was also the closing keynote. We talked about that already.
Yes.
You're still in Hawaiian regalia.
I am. I noticed it.
So you didn't get changed.
change. There
That's
was
okay.
priorities.
We're all
We
we're
talk
all
about
still,
priorities here, okay?
no, and we're
Yeah, the
still
bar was
all
still open.
we're still all in our what we were wearing today. After this, we will be getting comfortable
17 layers.
and then going to Legal Seafood for some chowder.
Chowder.
Maybe
And lobster.
chowder and lobster.
Amy likes the lobster.
But anyways, please continue praising the afternoon session.
Okay,
Or
so
were
you
you
said
done?
that.
I love the tragedy.
How about we get talk from our gallery? What their key takeaways from the session? I mean, we're live, we're present. What is being taught?
I appreciated the learnings that we heard from Vince, and to me, it sounded like a lot of the issues he had from that
What
Act
not
1 and
to
Act 2 tragedies. Some of them were communication related.
Mm.
So for me, communication is big.
He's not. Steve wouldn't do that.
Wouldn't do what?
Steve is not the wiping of the nose guy.
Wait, hold on.
I sit in the front
Jeez,
row,
man.
and I'm a pain in the ass.
He is. He
is.
totally is a
Yeah,
pain in the ass.
let's get this peanut gallery in. If they got something to say,
Yeah.
let's get them over here. Come on. What was your
Yeah.
takeaways from the conference?
Listen,
Come on, get on the
this
side.
is
Get
this
on
is
the
the
side.
man in the arena right here. We're on the show. Come on and say your
Hold on.
piece.
What was the other session at the same time as Paul's this morning?
No, that's
No,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Oh, do you mean Bad Things Happen by Judy Alter?
No.
Oh,
Then-
Product Managers and Our Makers by Alex Stanisic.
No.
Oh.
It was the other one that I heard great things about.
Oh, it's probably this one. Oh, that you have a number 2 beside. That's
I-
okay. That's okay. You just said I always have 2.
I always
Camera.
Wait. I think
Camera.
Keynote talked about
Camera.
prioritization. You prioritize what you do now versus next
Yeah.
and later and not
So-
now.
So hold on.
So
Hold on.
have a process for prioritizing.
So hold on.
Yes.
You can only. It's like the Highlander. You can
Right.
only choose one,
At a
and
time.
so
At a
and
time.
at a time. And
Toyota?
so I think the session,
I say, yeah. I
not the
don't know.
Toyota Highlander.
Okay, Dad, I'm totally
There can be
going with
only
you on
one.
that one. I'm like,
Hammer. Let's give credit.
What?
There can be
Hammer
only
at
one.
home.
Total options on a Highlander.
Control.
Hammer at home. Update your BA toolbox by Jennifer Bedell, the lovely Jennifer Bedell. Friend of the show, Jennifer Bedell.
You realize this was the two of us sat down
If
when
I had the
Vince
choice.
lost
Yeah.
control.
I would have gone to see Paul. Paul's. I really want to see.
See?
Paul's.
So how are you gonna hate on him for going to Paul? Like
It's really good.
Also,
actually.
we
It
can
is.
chat later.
And I've been to you.
also
Oh, with
that.
that too.
Oh, then there you
She
go.
was
And it's
past,
always
apparently not as much as
engaging.
in the present.
So this
So
is
what about the future?
but this is the honestly though, this is the challenge with conferences.
It's
And in
tough.
particular,
Good
I will say
conferences.
I was gonna
Good
say in
conferences.
particular, Amy Riddell, whose dog has disappeared, and I'm good with that.
Teddy.
Amy Riddell puts on a fantastic event, and you really are spoiled for topics, right? Like
It's always a conflict.
it's
Yeah.
always a
Good
conflict.
speakers.
You know, like who should I go to? Paul or Judy or Jen or Alex?
There's too many.
I mean, who should in the afternoon?
Too many
Like-
fantastic ones to pick.
Krish was there. Leslie Hugh. Like I would have gone to. I wouldn't have even gone to my own session. I would have gone to Leslie's.
I heard Leslie
like-
was fantastic.
You know, she probably didn't have as much laughs as me, but that's fine. But like I would have gone to of the four. If I am attending the conference, I'm going to Leslie's. So I mean, you are spoiled for
That is-
choice,
that
and you
is a
have
good
to prioritize.
benefit.
I always take the which session is the biggest benefit to me right now in the present.
Absolutely.
See how I tied that
Right
together?
now.
Right now, what am I going to get the biggest bang for my buck?
That I
out of?
can't download and read.
Correct.
By the
And-
way, every conference you should totally get all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Connect with all
Everything.
the speakers. Just get all the stuff, and then whatever you don't understand or you want to discuss, it's the talking points.
Right.
But
It's the conference.
also,
Good, Jen.
Right.
but also, if you're in a session and it's not what you thought it was going to be,
Get up and leave.
or
Get
get
up
up,
Get up and
Yeah.
leave. Yes. By the way, any good speaker would rather you leave the session to Jen's
Here,
Right.
point here.
But-
Leave the session if it's not what you expected. We can talk about what you want.
And if
Outside.
you feel guilty, pretend you are getting a phone call.
Oh, I
Right.
love it.
Right.
Pretend the phone call. By the way, yeah,
Right.
someone's got a phone call.
I judge myself based on how many people got up to leave, and today one, and that's fine.
But that's a better
That's
metric
unusual,
That's a
actually.
better metric than falling asleep. If
Sure.
you're
Phone did
bored
ring.
and they don't like it.
Oh,
just
did it?
leave.
It did ring.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
I heard
Okay.
the vibration. She was
Okay.
behind me.
Leave,
So-
leave. By the way,
So
value
let's-
add.
Assuming
That
it
was
was
a
a phone.
legit ring.
We're still
Value add.
so we're still in the present, but let's
Value
look at
add.
let's look at tomorrow. Tomorrow is present enough, right? So we've got in the keynotes are the keynotes. Let's leave those because you have to attend. You don't have to, but like
I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
That would be,
let's look-
you
let's
pick
look at the-
which Gen.
let's
One
look at
gen
the
or
session,
two. You can
right?
pick, okay.
first session of the
Ball be a
day.
value there.
First session of the day. Phil Barth, Salah. I don't know Salah, but that interesting topic.
Yep.
AJ, Jen Batten. Like,
How do you pick?
how do you pick? Second lineup.
Cute.
This- like, this is the murder.
On technique. I mean, come on.
This is the group of death. This one I'm about to read
Yep.
is the group of death. For all my World Cup fans, you know what I'm talking about. Dan Simon, Jamie Champagne, Scott Helmers, and a combo, me and Hans Ekman. How do you pick?
You go
in
to
the-
the bar.
In the afternoon, Robin Goldsmith.
Rachel.
Here's another one.
Yeah,
Here's
is that
another one.
Rachel? Yeah, we're not doing that, Rachel.
I didn't see what Rachel's was. In the afternoon,
Oh, yeah,
Robin Goldsmith, Hans Ekman solo, Paul Crosby, and a Vince Jamie combo. How do you pick? Because we're so awesome. I would generally just find my name and go to that one. But, you know,
You can replace my
Well,
name with literally your name
you would
and
do
be on
that
the program. You know, go
because
to
you're
your
going to be
session.
there anyway.
Yes.
I would do that because I
yes.
have to be there.
The requirements on that one.
I'm required to be there. Yes,
I would
Jen.
pick Hans and Vince.
Hans and Vince, we got to vote for from the
Because
opinion
there's two
gallery.
of them and there's
Five
only one
versus
of the rest of you.
Okay, by that logic, then, are you coming to the Vince and Jamie in the afternoon?
Sure.
Okay,
What time?
see you tomorrow.
Right after lunch.
After
1:15.
Done.
So
What am I
the
presenting them?
Someone's getting massage.
What am I
Prioritize
present-
value on
Daniel,
that.
Daniel,
value return on that
hold
one.
on,
I'll tell you.
everyone,
I
ladies
bet
and
that-
gentlemen.
Is it a question
Value
of quality?
return.
Daniel Q. Simon just asked what he's presenting tomorrow. Daniel
Is
Daniel
it
Q. Simon,
value or
Can't-
look
quality?
look at those fries. Is this a question of quality or question of value.
Oh,
That's what you're presenting
present
tomorrow.
case requirements. You can order your In-N-Out burger with
work on it.
extra crispy fries. You asked for extra crispy. We
Dan
learned
needs
that.
to leave so he can go finish
I
his
gotta go work on my
BAs are all about maximum value at the current
No,
point in
it's-
time,
yes.
not about
No,
future
I have heard
planning,
this
but
one at least
current
4
value
times.
delivery
It is
requirements.
done.
So,
And that's why it's
So-
the present session.
and that's
Present
why this is
session.
the present session.
Session.
So, I mean,
Because we're-
The
Listen.
planners are too busy planning back there right now to plan for tomorrow.
good conferences, you will have if it is clear to you which session you should be at in every time slot, you're at the wrong conference.
Yes.
It should not be. You should be. You
It
should be pained.
hard. It should be a hard choice.
It should be a hard choice.
Ooh,
Yes,
ooh.
Jennifer Batten.
Gen B.
Jen.
No,
Gen
Jen
with one N.
Jen with one N.
Hold on.
Jen with one N.
Prioritization back there.
So if you're if you're attending a conference with your coworkers, don't all go to the same
Don't-
session.
Yeah.
Yes, coworkers
You need
split.
to come over there.
Divide
Yeah.
and conquer.
Yeah.
Divide and conquer.
But also, and even if you do send 2 people to the same session, and this includes workshops, don't sit together.
Yes.
Agreed.
Do not sit
Separate
together. Separate.
yourselves.
Agreed.
Because you're gonna cross pollinate in a good way. I hate to say it sounds like cheesy, but
Cheesy
it,
fries.
Yes.
Christine's got the priorities.
Cheesy fries.
She's got the
Extra crispy fries at In-N-Out. Yes.
They make an app that has all the secret menu. We found that in Oregon.
Oh, they have the secret. They have the Burgers Priest in
You can get a
Toronto has the
Scooby
secret
snack.
menu.
You can get a Scooby snack.
Uh-oh.
You can
Uh,
get a Scooby snack.
Christine-
point about splitting
Chris-
up groups is
yeah.
critical. Like talk about that.
No, absolutely. I just
Right?
want to say,
Because,
Chris,
and why is
Yeah.
it important?
Crispy
so
fries.
Christine
then
was
talk
talking
about
about the crispy fries at In-N-Out. Christine, I was in New York. You said you were in New York City. I was in New York City last weekend, and with the fam, and we discovered Shake. Now I've been to Shake Shack.
Shake Shack.
They've not been to Shake Shack.
Oh,
I think we were there like 8 times in 2 days. It's so good.
Value return. We were
And
just
so
talking
when,
about this value
when we went to
return,
the
right?
mall, close by, they had a Shake Shack, and I wanted to get a Shake Shack,
It
but I
was
didn't,
closed.
and it was closed. But that's okay. It was fine. So
Hold on.
it,
Yeah, it's
internet-
very long.
yeah, well, of course, that's how you know it's
Did
good.
you have a question?
Jennifer Bedell, did
Jen-
you have a
Jen
question?
with 2
Other,
I have a
other
comment.
Jen, other
Comment.
Jen.
If you are with a coworker, can they hear me from way over here?
And then a
Maybe
speak loud will repeat
speak
it.
loud.
All right. So yes, if you're with a coworker, split up. If you're not, if you're there solo
Yeah.
and you've got your number 1 and your number 2, go to your number 1 session. Go find the number 2 because
Speaker.
the speakers
Find the
want
speaker.
to talk to you.
Yes, talk to the
Go
speakers.
talk to them and find out. Get the
Yep.
Coles notes
There's a
from them.
there's a
That's
joke
his
in there
face.
somewhere.
There's
Go and find your number 2.
I mean, Vince.
Wait, hold on.
Speaking of number 2.
Hold on.
Could have said Vic.
Did you almost call me Hans?
Not almost.
Did you almost call me
This was
Hans?
talking
wasn't
about
almost,
number
it
2.
It was.
You are my number 2.
There we
Wait
go.
a minute.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. So and for what it's worth, we're all having fun here. We're all having fun. The gens are right, both of them. This is why.
All of them.
Thank you, Latoya.
Let's just go all of them.
This is why it's so important to go to conferences, whether you're in a group and you split up or you are solo, but Gen B is absolutely right. Both of them.
One and
Jennifer
two.
Bedell is right.
Also,
The-
we're trying to reach out to Jen Forrest, by the way.
Yes.
Who's
because I
in
said all of
Norway?
you,
She's
Jen.
in Norway right now, so she might be sleeping.
But like at workshops, what's tricky is a lot of people want to sit with their coworkers.
Yes.
That's a
But
bad thing.
separating.
Yep,
turns
separate at a
into
workshop.
You hear more of experiences,
Yes.
and you don't get into this. Oh, that's not going to work for us.
Yes.
It will work for you. Whatever technique you're learning, whatever the workshop's about,
Yes.
you just have to try it. So don't get into that spiral
Right.
of, this isn't going to work where we are
Right.
because of whatever.
I said that in my session today when I was talking about
Yep.
culture and
there yet.
no, I know Steve was there though, so he can vouch for me. That'll never work here, or that's not the way we do it, or
I
that's
was
the
doing
way
chicken
that's
dance.
the way it's done. It's just it's not that's not good.
Here, let's put on
Yes.
this. If you have a question, ask it. because someone else in the room has the same
Yeah.
question. And if you have an idea, share it.
And also,
Because that's where you get one value. Come on. Like,
No,
look
and
at this.
also,
We have
you
3 versus
are
8
present.
minds.
Also,
you are
It
present.
helps
So if
the
you have a
speak-
question, ask.
it also helps the speakers to refine their presentation for next time.
Yes.
Yes.
Because the questions you ask, we incorporate into future presentations.
Well,
And-
that's a lot of work.
Well, okay. How about this?
I'm not good.
I don't really want to do that. I don't
Yeah,
want to
sorry,
do
no,
work.
Yeah, good.
I just want to.
Yes.
Yeah, I just want to show up and like talk. I don't want to like do work.
But if Dan shares a good idea, Jen shares a good idea, Jen shares a good idea.
Yeah.
Okay, he does have a good idea. He might have one. Okay, Steve, give him the benefit of it.
Oh, Dan?
Yeah. But today,
Sorry, Steve. Yeah,
hold on.
I'm talking about Dan.
Hold on,
I'm
hold
talking
on.
that one. Okay.
Today,
Yes.
today in my session, there was a very interesting comment where when we got to the Q&A part, there was a question from the back. They're like, you should take just part 2 of what you talked about today and make that its own thing and like drill down into that. And so I was like, all right.
You just gave me a session
That's-
idea. Thank you.
That's a good idea. Let's do that.
But the more people share, the more people learn from each other. And I think that's
Yeah.
the part. Like, if you're scared to share, that the whole point why we're even having this conversation right now is because we're sharing. We're learning the ideas. What is each other doing? And you don't have to do it the same way. You just take it in your direction. I love the comment. I'm
Yeah.
gonna give you this one.
Okay. We do have a question though.
Uh-oh.
We have a question. Please continue, but then we have a question.
Okay.
Now that I've
Imitate
cut you off.
to learn.
Yes.
Innovate to earn.
Ooh. And that is why
That's
Jamie
money.
Champagne is one of the most popular keynote speakers, and I have had a hard time getting hired by anybody. And Jamie
'Cause that's money.
is insightful and witty and lovely, and I'm just
Bits.
Vince.
Silk patch.
I did shave.
But he
and-
just gave up shaving
Well, I didn't comb my hair.
for November. And he gave up
I
shaving.
I
for,
took no.
he gave up shaving for November.
No. It's still October. I still have 2 weeks
But I said for November.
to go,
So, yeah,
but it doesn't start till November 1st. So November, the
BA
drill
day
is
is the start.
November 1st. You shave, and then you start growing. So everyone needs to be fresh. No, November 1st you shave. I could do the 31st too. That works too. I don't care. All right.
You have a question.
So we have a question. We have a question. What
Don't worry,
was?
LinkedIn user.
What was? And I apologies for LinkedIn users. I don't know why it doesn't pick up sometimes.
What was
Personal
it?
settings on LinkedIn.
What was the most surprising metaphor in the presentations today, Steve?
Metaphor.
What was
Yeah.
the most question?
That is a good question.
Surprising metaphor.
What was the most surprising? So it's not even what was the best. It's what was the most surprising metaphor.
The chickens.
The chickens. Okay.
Chickens
Cockroaches
as
and
fear.
chocolate cake.
Surprising or
Oh,
best?
Surprising.
I would say prevalent on the chickens and sphere.
Chickens is fear.
Okay.
Chicken.
Chickens. The chickens. So Phil Barth's chickens.
Naming your chicken, naming your fear to get past it.
The chicken is
Beautiful.
the fear.
That was you're going with the chickens as well.
I was going with the chocolate cake and the cockroaches, but
Chocolate I don't think I was in that session.
You were not,
The-
that was your keynote.
That was your keynote.
Okay. So
That you-
it's
yeah.
I had a meeting. I missed the morning because I had a meeting. I missed the afternoon because I had a meeting.
was he
Sketchy.
value adding prioritization?
And one of the things that you talked about in your keynote was finding a way to engage and be present. Oh, somebody missed that.
I was in a meeting. Like
He was
It's-
engaged and present
it's not-
in his meeting.
I had
But the point of being
company.
here is the content.
I had company obligation. It's not like oh, it's Jamie. I want to schedule a meeting. Like, I would not do that. I would not do that. I wouldn't do that to you.
See, I set this up as an out of office
So you're present.
back in April when the dates were announced. That's when I put in my calendar, I'm out of office for these 2 days. So
Oh, I like this.
who's going to schedule a meeting when you're out of office 6 months from now?
Work doesn't stop.
Agreed.
All right.
Someone's
So,
prioritization.
so
Being present.
This
I prioritize
Now.
right here.
Next, and apparently
Never.
I'm later.
I use now, next, later all the time, and
Oh,
I
so you
I
think
don't
it's
use
metaphor.
I don't use never. That's a new one for me. I don't use never.
Or not now, at least.
Whatever.
I did
whatever.
like Phil's approach of not mine.
Right.
You
Love
know,
that.
though, I mean, come on, think about efficiency. How much of it are we trying to do? I'd
Oh,
say
I
that's
take
a
on
good
way
present
too
thing.
much.
How much of us?
Yeah.
Because the only way things get done is because if we do it.
Yeah.
And how much of our VAs, especially VAs, PMs sort of bitch, the VAs, they take it on because if they don't do it, it doesn't get done.
Right.
Correct.
So we do it.
So
As a PM, I would like to.
Speak up.
You're second in line on that one.
sorry, Dan. We have to go to the next question. Do you have
PM?
Do you have
I like
any? Do you have any anonymous
Anonymous
or
or generic?
generic feedback for the speakers?
Ooh. I like the engagement. When tables engage with each other, because we only speakers present one view. When the tables engage. Go ahead, Dan.
You can combat monotony as a speaker by understanding you can crescendo your questions and come back down. Speakers have a tendency to be monotonous in their presentation. They're not paying enough attention. And if they go up the volume and bring it down, they will therefore be better speakers.
I don't have that problem.
Thank you for that.
For you, Dan.
Thank you for that.
Can you give us an example? Okay.
Come over here. You got to be in the live light. Come
Come on in.
on in.
Come on in. Dan the bartender. So to that point, he's right. He's bang on. I was at an event earlier this year where
So nobody knows you're PM.
someone in the audience actually
But they
said,
know.
"You speak like Barack Obama."
Ooh, who said that?
Someone to me at a
Really?
conference in California.
Yeah.
That's
Damn
not-
right. You speak like Barack Obama with the way that you rise up and go down and emphasize and not. And I went and I did my best Obama. Well, thank you. I really enjoy speaking to you, and that's gonna be how I continue this conversation. That was the best. That's my best Obama.
Can we like?
But I think that to me is a matter of performance
Yes.
and engagement, and that's I don't have to I don't think about that. But
But performance is a good point.
performance is
Do not speak
You're
in
not
monotone
presenting,
your
you're
whole
performing.
entire performance without enunciation and keeping the same sentence.
He's been cut off enough.
Go ahead, Dan. Go ahead.
No,
Here you go.
Oh, you get the
I'd like to
seat.
say- I'd like to say-
I'm booting myself.
I'd like to say thank you to everybody who proved my point. The concept is,
Okay,
is
get
that-
out of my seat.
the concept is
I'm just kidding.
the concept is that when you are speaking in front of people, you have to have a rolling voice inflection in order to keep them interested. When you're speaking in a monotonous voice, okay, they will do what Steve does every time he attends one of my presentations. But what you're trying to do, maybe, is ask the question, what does everybody think of this scenario? And then you wait,
Ask you a question.
and then you bring it back down. And now you're bringing in inflection, so it helps people not get into just a monotonous vibe. Yes, you were going to raise your hand.
I was going to say.
Hold on. You don't get to call audience members. That's my
You
job.
got voted.
You gave up your seats.
Yeah.
Temporarily.
Yeah, you did. Oh, we have a question from the audience. There's
It's not a
Jennifer Batten. Yes.
Rosita
Can I
Gallery.
add that it's not just at conference presentations?
100%.
If you're if you're an analyst and you're giving a requirement review, you're talking about big risks or big goals on a project. If you are not using inflection and style and thinking about how you're presenting, you are doing a disservice to yourself and your project and everybody else who you're involved with. And If you don't know how to do that, allow me to introduce you to Toastmasters.
Hold on. It's not even a BA thing.
It's
That's just
not,
a human,
but I know who my
a
audience
human
is at this
being
moment.
talking to people.
Yes,
scenario.
but no.
Like,
troublemaker
you
there.
need to talk to people.
Audience.
I'm
Don't
talking
bore
to this
them.
particular audience because
Yes.
how many of us has gone requirement
Well,
number
now
7,
requirement thing.
the system shall provide the ability to
The system
Any
should.
questions?
Do you remember
Shall.
that
Yeah.
character on SNL that Will Ferrell did, Jacob Silge,
No.
who could
No.
not modulate the volume of his voice?
Yes.
And he constantly talked like this. And I'm going to continue talking because this is how I talk. How dare you? I am whispering right now. And
My
just
baby
couldn't-
never sleeps.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways.
To your point. Okay. Not only the frequency, but the speed.
All of it.
Yes.
All of
You
it.
can also use it at an IIBA chapter event.
Why would you
Practice,
do
yes.
that?
Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy.
I'm just kidding. Love you, IIBA. Love you.
In the end, you're trying to give your passion to what you're doing to help people learn more. And in doing so, you want to show
Or
your
a PMI
passion.
event.
And one of the ways you can do that is through voice inflection.
Yes.
You can have your seat back now.
Thanks, Dan.
Thanks.
Dan the
Judy.
bartender, ladies and
Oh, we have
gentlemen.
another comment.
Dan
from
the
Gallery.
bartender.
Peanut
Peanut
gallery?
Gallery has another comment.
Yeah.
It's lost control.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I
come on,
generally
Dan.
lose control of these after like 10
Especially if
minutes.
there's more than one Jen.
Yeah, there's two gens.
Gens.
That's the
We
problem.
can always
Ah,
do more than 10
there's more than
minutes.
two.
Too many gens. Oh, crap.
That's
Oh.
in Norway.
Oh, but
One
that's
man.
I'm in Norway right now. Say hello to everyone for me. That's from Jen.
Jen
Forrest.
Forrest.
Jen
Forrest.
Jenfo.
JFO.
Yep.
Miss you, JFO. I know I've been following your exploits on the gram. Looks like you and the little one are having fun in Norway, so keep safe. I think you're past.
Yeah.
Dramatic.
What?
That did sound very dramatic.
I was trying to hold back a
You've
tear
kept two whole
of emotion
people.
because it looked like
Good.
she's having time with her son.
You've kept
Sorry.
two whole live people captured for 47 minutes. So
Wait, you got
I don't know
two
what you're
people
talking about.
watching this?
Wow.
There's generally more. I don't
Everybody's
trust.
here.
I don't trust that number. I don't trust that number.
no, I think we get a few more other
All right.
people in there.
Did we have any other
Um,
questions? I didn't. Steve
Dozed
dozed
off.
off. Yes, he did.
Dan.
Question 3. Oh, let's see.
we got
Let's
question
see.
three.
Okay, so LinkedIn user on fire today. What topics are suspiciously absent, and what topics need to disappear?
Did anyone give a second? I like that.
Oof.
Did anyone give a 60-second session? 60-second session on topic X.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be controversial. I'm gonna preface it with that. I am tired of so many agile
Yep.
sessions. It's like I get it, I get the value, I understand it, but everything doesn't have to be agile. I don't know that there's any agile.
Bringing the Agile Mindset
There
by
we go.
Jamie Champagne tomorrow.
Well, so as you can tell, I won't be at that one.
You have your own.
Because I have my own. Otherwise, I would totally be at that one.
It said mindset, not
Um,
methodology.
And that's fair. And that's all I'm saying is like enough with the agile. I'm not saying agile bad. Agile's not bad.
No, it's
But
got to
like-
be
But
pointed,
there are
specific.
still companies that aren't there yet. And so there are
Sure.
still people who are saying, I've never done this agile stuff. And then they look at something like Scrum and they go, there are no BAs in Scrum.
Right.
And we know that there are people out there doing Scrum Master certification and Product Owner certification saying there are no BAs. So
Right.
go do something else.
How about this?
And we
Yeah.
we still need the skills.
100%. 100%.
And as long as it's focused on
Correct.
a piece of agile, not just
No,
agile
like
in
here's
general.
let me present to you the
Here's the
Agile
cookbook.
Manifesto, and
Which
like who
turns-
cares?
But that also turns into, as conference attendees, read like prerequisites and stuff like that. I used to do I had a great workshop that was fantastic.
Yeah.
That said, once you know Agile, come to
Come
this,
to this
workshop, because then you will learn things.
Right.
You don't have agile experience. This is
Oh,
not
yeah.
the workshop for
Lesson
you.
learned. Read
But-
requirements,
Guess what I got to do?
please.
But I had to do Agile 101
Yeah,
at every single one of those
Yeah.
workshops because people didn't.
So yeah,
Read requirements.
Marianne's right. I like to keep up with Agile, but we're waterfall. So it's
Right.
good to know what's
Yeah,
going on.
Absolutely.
Good to know what's going on. But
there's no limit to when you can use some of the different
Nope.
techniques.
no,
So you might be waterfall, but you can still use a lot of the
That's
techniques
what
that
I'm
are
doing too.
that are waterfall
Correct.
or agile.
Correct.
Just use what makes
I
sense.
mean, that whole mindset conversation someone's having.
yes. See, your mindset is important, but the fundamentals of Agile, I think we've had enough.
How about this?
Um,
though? Okay, what about
I like this
the
question, though.
Topics for next year?
Yeah.
You know what I actually get comments on, and I asked about doing this, was people say, well, what is the BA role next year? What is the BA role? What is it? And there's so many ways you can take it, right?
But that also turns into, as a speaker, if you put that in, are you going to get picked? And second of all, how many people are going to show up to that when they could go to
Agile.
they can
No,
go to a
Harry
technique, they can go to a
Potter's-
mindset, or they can go to something else.
Right.
Because
Something
how
focused.
long? So some of us have been speaking at these conferences for a decade.
Yeah.
Requirements 101. Raise your hands if you go to a how to write requirements session.
40 people are coming.
No,
to mine on
but
Thursday.
people will attend it. People will attend it. There's always new people to the industry.
Requirements management?
Yeah.
We don't have the
Management
levels.
is different.
How about this? The levels. Maybe that's the
Okay.
piece of it.
Focus, right?
You gotta
Yeah.
vote.
Time.
He's trying to.
We have a question from the audience that I would like to answer. And so let's take a
It's not
slightly
just us.
different. No, it's not just
it was
you.
just him.
I'm not here for just you. I'm here for them.
We're here
I'm
for
here
the
for
jam.
you. I'm here for
I'm
you.
sorry.
I'm here for you. Not them. Not them. They will. They are happy to when they're on the show. They can participate. So I'm going to take a slightly different approach to this question. Any predictions for brand new topics next year? I'd like to rephrase that, if I may. What new topics are you working on for next year? So I'll start with you, Jamie. What new topics are you working on or planning to work on
Oh,
for
that's
next year?
easy already. It's a hybrid facilitation.
Okay.
People aren't giving the love to the remote members with the same intensity they're giving the in-person. They treat a hybrid session is truly different than an in-person, than a virtual. And again, it's about outcomes. What do you want to achieve? If you just want information, you don't have to, as long as you get the information, it's fine.
Mhm.
But if your goal is collaborating, engaging, feeling like a team, well, then that's a totally different approach
Right.
to how you interact.
I like that.
So that's one of the. I think I'm doing that in December, in fact.
That's
The
fine.
glo-
In the next year,
the global
it doesn't mean
But I know
2024.
I know
like-
next year that one, and like the tools, Canva. I get hit with Canva all the time. If you're not using Canva, by the way, use Canva. It's free.
Canva Pro is awesome. If you
You don't even need the pro.
you don't
if
need
wanna
the
just
Pro,
go.
but I have the Pro and it's pretty awesome.
Once you play with Canva, get Canva. You need Canva.
It's awesome. It's pretty awesome. Steve
It's
Jones.
101. What are you? What's
You
2024?
so this is I'm very excited for the future of Steve Jones because we're finally getting him out of Boston. And he's coming to Toronto and Orlando next year for Project World. So Steve Jones, what are you what new topics are you
What's
working
2024?
on for next year?
I am working on a workshop with Miss Jen Bedell.
Oh.
And it's on communication. And
Oh,
one of the things that we talked about.
she's fine.
Ouch.
Wow.
What?
Ugh, it's okay. Hold on. Audience members.
One of the
2,
things
3.
that we're identifying is with communication, there's a bunch of problems. And there's a variety of problems. You have chaos,
Mm,
and you also have communication where it's a void.
mm,
You need to understand that there's a different way to handle each of those.
mhm.
Sometimes it's conflict management, sometimes it's just being able to handle it. So we have a
Fantastic.
fun session with that.
You mean
Fantastic.
people are your biggest challenge?
What?
Projects would be easy if people weren't
I know
involved.
Yep.
these whole people thing
Yeah.
just messes
People
up
are the
90%.
worst.
System analysis is already there. It's done.
It's like the
The
5%.
system is there.
People
It's the
are the
95%
worst.
people.
The people has a problem.
So that's exciting that we're getting you out on the road because we get to see you once a year in Boston. It's good to see you in Toronto, and then you're an international speaker. Technically,
If you speak
you're
in Toronto,
you're international, yo.
International
Although
speaker.
I did Zoom BA and beyond.
Oh yeah.
He did Belgium.
Belgium.
Yeah, okay. I'll give
And
that
I was
one.
dancing in Belgium.
Come on.
I'll give that one. I'm working on a couple different topics.
Oh, Jen, what are you working
that
on
are
for
interesting.
2024?
I'm sorry you interrupted Vince.
This is how we boot you. Jamie has been booted from the show.
Goodbye, Jamie.
So I've got a couple. Sessions. We've all been booted. Everyone,
booted.
I've booted
And
myself.
welcome to the Jen and Jamie show.
Do you need another Jen?
Yeah, maybe we could use the other.
It's
We can
the Jens and Jamie
rotate in
show.
case.
Show.
Oh,
hi.
Control.
Oh, did you want in on this?
Yes, please.
Do I want in on it? No, it's mine. I'm not asking permission to use my laptop.
Hey, remember the 3 Jens episode?
You know what? I do remember the 3 Jets episode.
Not unlike this.
I do remember the 3 Gens
I
episode.
remember the Jens episode. Yeah.
That was the
Bridgerton.
Bridgerton episode. That was the Bridgerton episode. So we're not going to be revisiting that because I don't want to.
Season 2 just wasn't the same either.
And now
Yeah, okay.
Jen is in the chat. Like, why? You're right here. Why are you in the chat?
Ignoring that in-person participation.
No, she's not.
Let's talk about a hybrid audience.
See, I don't trust. That's why I don't trust that number. It's not accurate.
All right, wrap up
It
the
doesn't
question.
include, like,
You know what? No,
Yeah,
I don't.
fine.
You know what? I'm working on some things.
What are you working on, Vince?
Nothing. It doesn't matter. No one cares anyway because the Gens apparently
So now I'm no one?
the
All right.
Gens apparently run this show.
I said I would like
So-
to know what you're working
Janelle
on.
can quote me
So-
after that.
We got a
Fine.
LinkedIn user likes it.
I am working on new stuff related, like a session called Just Be. Just Beyond the Horizon, what's next for business analysis? So I'm working on that.
What is next?
Come to the session and find out.
Sounds
Hey,
I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. It's just I haven't done
after
it.
Dan?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on it the night before.
You pitch it first.
I told you I just wrote my TED talk
What's it
on the
so?
flight last
Oh.
week.
You
Um,
Latoya saying
so-
hi to Judy and Danelicus. So you have to say hi to Latoya.
Hello.
Okay. See, we have someone live.
That's fine. Thanks, Latoya.
Not Ted. I mean,
Um,
not Ted.
And another, I'm keynoting. I'm keynoting the Toronto, the virtual conference for PMBA, navigating the minefield, understanding political, the political aspect of the organization. So that one will be interesting, and that one has been started. So shush. And
He
might be watching.
I'm also working on something sort of interesting and new that I think would be helpful for the audience, which is the dark side of procrastination. So let's get out of let's the dark side of procrastination.
There's another side.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Because we typically think of procrastination. Oh, I don't want to write that report. Well, you know what? There are things that we procrastinate and we really shouldn't. So that's gonna see, everyone went silent because that's a heavy topic.
Yeah.
So anyways, Judy, you want to come in for 2 seconds to do your
Sure.
spiel?
Yes.
Judy has asked for a special favor, and hold. Breaking news.
Breaking
Judy
news.
Alter. Judy,
Okay,
go ahead.
go, Judy.
I can't believe I'm drinking Heineken. I think I drank all the Stella.
That's the
However,
You're using your time, Judy. This is your
that,
time.
However, is not the breaking news.
You're
Today
using
I
your
gave
time.
What I consider my marquee presentation. Bad things happen. The ending can be great. In that session, I announced 2024, my first book will be coming out. Enjoying life with everyday catastrophic traumatic events.
Breaking
Because,
news.
You know, I never get a cold or the flu, just something that's life-threatening. That's the breaking news.
There you go. So there we go. Judy, breaking news. Book coming 2024. We've got a minute left. Again, we're live in Boston, and I want to thank Boston. I want to thank Steve Jones. I want to thank Jamie Chappelle.
Chappelle?
Jamie Champagne. I want to thank Dave Chappelle was a genius. Is a genius. Come on in, everyone.
Come on, Dad.
So for all of
The table
us,
is empty.
the table is empty.
Yeah.
For all of us live in Burlington, Massachusetts, we will catch you in a few weeks. We're back live for the future episode. We did the past last week. Today is the present. We'll be live with the future, and be sure to catch all of the other BA Jam events happening between now and November 1st, when I have the lovely opportunity with Fabricio Laguna to close out BA Jam as part of the official BA Day festivity. So for all of us in Boston, Hans, you want in on this? Hans, I'll hold for you. Come on.
Come on.
You don't have to run. You don't hurt yourself. You don't have to run.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Hans is here.
Look,
So
Hans is
everyone,
here.
this now has the record for the most people on screen
Yep,
in
ever.
this show's history. Thank you very much, everyone.
Bye.
Everyone that was live. We will catch you in the next one. See ya.
Bye.